Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. In this session, we'll learn comparison of packet switching, circuit switching and the message switching. But let's revise our previous session. In our previous session, we have learned types of switching like packet switching, circuit switching and message switching. So in today's session, we'll try to differentiate each switching or comparison of packet circuit and message switching. The first is no physical path is established in the packet switching, same as there is no need to establish a physical path in the message switching, but in the circuit switching there is a need to create a physical connection between the sender and the receiver. The second point is packet travel independently, so there is no restriction in the packet switching for travel the packet, so every packet that travel independently. In the circuit switching, all the packets use the same route to travel, and in the message switching, packets are stored and then forward. So these are the routing difference. The third one is a charge. Charge is based on number of bytes and connection time in a packet switching, while in the circuit switching, the charge is based on the distance and time, but not on the traffic. While in the message switching, also the charge is based on number of bytes and distance. The fourth one is no waste of bandwidth in the packet switching because all the packets are travel independent. In circuit switching, waste of bandwidth is possible because all packets use the same route, so other routes may be free and that is not used by the packets. While in the message switching, no waste of bandwidth because packets are stored and then forward. Fifth one is a congregation based on per packet. So here meaning of what is congregation. Congregation means when number of packet is increased in the network, then the network become the slow. So that situation is called the congregation. So here in the packet switching, congregation is based on per packet, while in the circuit switching, congregation is based on per minute, and in the message switching, no congregation or very less congregation is created. So the sixth one is in the packet switching, it supports stores and forward transmission, same as packet switching. Message switching also supports store and forward transmission, while circuit switching does not support stored and the forward transmission of packets. The last point is suitable for handling interactive traffic, because in the packet switching packets are traveled independently, so we can say that in the packet switching traffic is very less, so it is suitable for interactive traffic. In the circuit switching, it is not suitable for handling interactive traffic because all the packets use the same route, so it may be possible that in that route traffic may happen, so that's why it is not suitable for handling interactive traffic. In the message switching, same as circuit switching, it is not suitable for handling interactive traffic because packets are first stored. After some limit of storage, packets are forwarded to the network, so it may possible that traffic may happen. So it may possible traffic on the network route. So that's it, the difference between packet, circuit and the message switching. So the next is GTU questions. In GTU, many question is asked from the switching, but in a different format or in the different form. So the first question is like explain the working of packet switch network. Second is what is a virtual circuit network, how it differs from the circuit switching network, discuss with example. And third form is a comparison of packet switching, circuit switching and the message switching. So these are the questions that may be asked in our GTU exam. So that's it. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.